Welcome to Event Charts for another weekly analysis. Looking at SPY on the monthly time frame, after printing bullish engulfing candle in the month of April, collecting liquidity below 9 EMA on the monthly time frame, SPY printed a follow-through bullish candle in the month of May as well. Like it did print a Morningstar candlestick pattern and a follow-through bullish candle last year, May and June. Last time when it broke the structure, it moved to a 78.6 pip extension around 698.5 before retracing back. If SPY moves the same way this time also, then the next resistance we have on the monthly time frame is around 763 level. Looking at the weekly time frame, so on the weekly time frame, SPY printed continuous 9 green candles so far. So the price may either consolidate at these levels or may pull back to test the EMAs on the weekly time frame, like it did in last year June or July. Price broke all of this with extension, even closed above the 78.6% on the weekly time frame, and the next resistance we have is around 763.25. Looking at the daily time frame, after sweeping the liquidity below this 5 and 9 EMAs, forming higher low here, it broke the structure and formed another higher high. On the daily time frame, SPY closed near this resistance level of 756.5. Next resistance we have is 758.6, followed by 760.75 and the 763 level, which we saw on the monthly and weekly time frame. Looking at the support level, we have this fair value gap on the daily time frame. So if price retraces back into this fair value gap, and any bullish candlestick or chart patterns on the hourly time frame may help to push the price to test this high or even the next resistance level we discussed based on the pip extension. Price is little far away from the 9 and 20 EMA on the daily time frame. Looking at Salesforce has this symmetrical triangle pattern breakout last week with a huge volume after being consolidating for a few months between this 202 resistance and 175 support level and sweeping liquidity below the support twice. We look at the similar breakout on Oracle. After retesting that breakout, price saw a huge move upside. And even on service now, it had the symmetrical triangle breakout. It also had a huge move to the upside. So we may expect one like this because the price level at which this pattern formed is an important price level on the higher time frame, like weekly. If you take a retracement between this swing low and swing high, this pattern formed at the 78.6 pip retracement between the swing low and swing high, one of the important pip retracement level. If you look at the monthly time frame, it printed a hammer candle last month, taking support from this fair value gap level on the monthly time frame. So let's see if we draw a trend line. connecting these lows. It takes support from this trend line also. Take a extension between this swing low and swing high and monthly time frame also. Then price is reacting from this 78.6% retracement. The possibilities are there for to test this major resistance at 225.26 level. Looking at Sophie on the monthly time frame, fronted a bullish candle after last month's gravestone doji candle, taking support from this fair value gap level on monthly time frame, as well as the previous resistance breakout level, and from this trend line support level as well on the monthly time frame. Also, if we take the retracement between this swing low and swing high, is reacting from the golden level between 61.86 and 78.6% level. Or if we take it from the all-time low to all-time high, this pattern, morning star kind of pattern on the monthly time frame formed exactly at the 61.8% retracement between this all-time low and all-time high, as well as collected liquidity below 20 EMA, though price closed below 20 EMA in monthly time frame. It reacts from the support levels as we discussed, the fib retracement, this fair value gap, as well as this trend line and the previous resistance levels, which is now turning as a support. And if you look at the lower time frame like weekly or daily, price is forming a descending triangle pattern on the weekly time frame with back-to-back bullish candles. Even on the weekly time frame also, the price is still trading below 20 EMA, whereas on the daily time frame it had a falling wedge pattern and printed a bullish engulfing candle after gravestone doji candle at this retest level, which led around 7% move on Friday. If you look at these three candles, a red candle, a gravestone doji candle, and a bullish engulfing candle, it looks similar to the monthly candle. A red candle, a gravestone doji candle, and a bullish engulfing candle. So if we prints another bullish engulfing candle on the monthly time frame, let me break this symmetrical triangle or the descending triangle pattern, the larger time frame, and if it closes above this gap, then we will go and test this all-time high of 32 level. Looking at UI path on the monthly time frame, we look at the volume during the consolidation time. While the price is making lower lows, the volume has been significantly increased, especially on this consolidation time. The volume has steeply increased the last more than a year, and the RSI made higher highs while the price made lower lows on the monthly time frame. And if you look at the daily time frame, price took support from this trend line support. It had a significant move from 11.5 to 27.5, and when it took second time, moved from around 9.75 to 19.75. It again took support from the same trend line, forming a double bottom here, and it retested this lower time frame double bottom pattern with a nice bullish candle taking support from 20 EMA, though it had a gap down opening due to the results. Price also broke out of this descending triangle pattern as well as this larger trend line also. So the support we have around 11.5. The immediate resistance we have 12.75. Breaking about 12.75 and retesting that same level with the bullish candlestick pattern will take the price to 15.5 level, followed by 17.75 level. Thank you so much for watching.